Yeah, some pretty exciting stuff in recent weeks for these two teams. Perth Glory against Macarthur. Draws no good anymore in the race for the top six. Expect both teams to go for the win tonight. And as we see both Perth Glory and Macarthur FC make their way out of the tunnel, it's one last hurrah for Macedonia Park, called back into action again due to the unavailability of HBF. Great to see the Sterling Lions providing a guard of honour, and also the mascots as they walk out onto the ground that they call home, those young juniors. So let's get into the teams for this one. Perth Glory, they make two changes to their starting 11. Mustafa Amini and Jacob Muir come into the team. No John Katrumbas tonight, he's out of the matchday squad. Bodnar and Ivanovic are added to Ruben Zatkovic's bench. We expect the Glory to play a back five tonight instead of a back four. We'll watch how that shakes out in the opening minutes of this one. Mustafa Amini not just back, but wearing the captain's armband too. Here's Macarthur, two ins for them, Jake McGing and Lachlan Rose. No Toure, Shujnar or Orgla tonight for Mile Stojovski. And Macarthur desperate for goals in the absence of Bashana Arabuli. Their bench, Holman, Najar and Noon are all added to the substitutes list. How many minutes in the legs of Craig Noon, though, we'll have to wait and see. Oliver Jones is a late inclusion as well. And it's that whistle that gets us underway as Macarthur take kickoff, attacking the left of your screens at Macedonia Park here in the first half. The DJ's got the music pumping, and as he lets the crowd effects take over, I welcome Phil Moss to the coverage.
Good evening, Teo. Great to be alongside you for this one. So much at stake, as we heard from Jacob Burns and Ruben Zatkovic pre-game. Both teams desperately fighting their way up that ladder, and they're within touching distance of that top six, so it is tantalisingly close for them.
Early free kick for Macarthur. We mentioned that Perth have never beaten them. 2 draws, 4 Macarthur wins in 6 head-to-heads, and Perth have only scored 3 times across those 6 games. So goals have been hard to come by, and Macarthur, whether it was under Ante Milicic, not so much under Dwight York, but they had built a reputation for being difficult to break down, as we see Rose swinging a free kick here, sliding off Clisby's head. Now taking over is Romero, twisting and turning. Does he fancy a shot through the traffic? He does, but it bends the wrong way and is well wide.
Well wide, but a good confidence booster for Romero, who we know is new to the A-League. We saw him play plenty of football in the Australia Cup for Apia Leichhardt, but that's a good use of his body there just to try and fashion a chance for himself.
Now Mustafa Amini, and the attack will break down here at the feet of Osler.
Gee, Philip Curto had to deal with that, didn't he? He got one good strong fist to the ball. It was a dangerous delivery.
Osler, his only A-League men's goal came against Macarthur. Might be the reason he's starting tonight. Likes the look of the cowbell ringers as this pass through is going to be saved brilliantly by Curto, and Taggart is denied at point-blank range.
Well, what a fantastic chance for Perth Glory. Great save by that man there, Philip Curto. I'm not so sure Mustafa Amini's pass was meant for Taggart, but it's found its way through. Brilliant chance for the former Socceroo.
Sweeping cross from Osler, and this one is going to run out for a throw, which allows me to go back and well, let's take a look at this marvellous save.
Well, I could be happy to be proven wrong there. Maybe Amini was looking for Taggart in the end. I thought he was looking for the more central player in Williams.
Jelicic goes to ground. Referee waves his claims away for a free kick, and he bounces back to his feet without an argument. And Perth will consolidate possession. But first 3 minutes, it's been largely the Glory trying to force the issue. And there's been an ever so slight shift in momentum. Macarthur have balanced possession back under 60-40 at least in Perth's favour. Was going at 80-20 earlier in the night. Here's Muir's header. Amini. And now Taggart gets goal side of Uskok and plays the ball on to Jelicic, hoping for Williams. Taggart's there for a volley, and he couldn't put it on the target, and that turned out to be a really good chance for the Glory.
Well, in the end, it turns into what is a really simple chance for a player of Adam Taggart's ability. He combines well there in his communication with Ryan Williams. Ryan Williams knows exactly the run that Taggart's made. I almost think he might be better to put his laces through that rather than try and side foot it. He tried to control the volley.
Latchman. A bit of, how do you do there? The fake kick of the ball. Not able to totally outfox Romero. Now Osler. Doesn't like his options down that right side. Goes back to Muir. Muir just drifting forward, but we see here Jelicic has got the better of the defence and he scores! All the eyes look to the assistant referee wondering how on earth did Keegan Jelicic get free as a bird and make it 1-0 to Perth?
Well, I think Keegan Jelicic is wondering how on earth he was that free inside the box. We'll find out if there's going to be a replay to look at the VAR. Oh, he's a mile offside. I don't think VAR will even be needed here.
Well,
he's at least 2 or 3 foot offside.
Yeah, Fratellis will be delighted here because they're going to get royalties for Chelsea Dagger, and they absolutely should not be playing it if our eye test here is anything to go by. This is a big test for VAR, and the referee is saying, as we expected, no goal, offside. Was he so offside that the assistant referee maybe just totally missed the fact that he'd straight even that far?
100%. The flag should have gone up straight away. No need for VAR on that occasion. Our camera angle didn't show it straight away for us, but the replay certainly confirmed. I'm sure there'll be positives that Milos Turjovski can pull out at half-time should it stay scoreless.
And that might be about to get its biggest test as yet. Osler, Jelicic trying to drag the ball back onto his left foot. He went to ground. Play continues. Clisby hangs it high, wants Taggart. Good defensive header, but it only falls to Osler. Amini bending and dipping, and it hits the frame that's holding up the net rather than the back of the net itself.
Well, it was certainly bending. I don't think it was dipping enough. Not for the likes of Mustafa Amini. He was just looking for that far top corner. As you see Taggart launch himself at that. And then the ball falls for Osler, who finds Amini on the edge of the box, but he just couldn't get his head over the ball enough.
Glory trying to turn the heat up in the shadows of half-time. Comes out for Potometis to clear away. Andy Harper's man of the match in the 1-1 draw against Melbourne City. Picked up the 3 votes in the Tobin medal, even though he scored an own goal. Still very important in a defensive sense for Macarthur. He's going to be watching on here as his teammate Vujitsa misses the header. Now Osler jags right, drives it low, and Williams, an instinct finish that goes wide at the stick.
Well, he is having a game tonight, Osler. Every time he touches the ball on the right-hand side, he is the definition of a cross being a pass. Look at this as he stands his man up into Silva, and then he whips it into a great area for Ryan Williams. Just had to reach a little bit behind him there, Williams. Get it on target. Everything good Perth are doing is coming down this right-hand side through Osler.
It's the sort of 45 minutes that would be getting the attention of Tony Vidmar, the Olyroos coach, to be honest, because he's looked sensational. Macarthur, though, they want to strike right at the end of the half. Rose. Onto his left. Rose! Macarthur get the goal! And for the first time in 2023, Lockie Rose is a goal scorer.
Well, well, well. The commentator's curse in reverse. We were just talking about how long it had been since Lockie Rose had found the back of the net, and he does it so well on this occasion. You see Latchman there backing off, and then it's Bodnar who doesn't put any pressure on the ball either on the Harvey Norman replay. And Lockie Rose says, "Thank you very much, I'll take the space and I'll put my left foot through it and find the back of your net." 1-0 Macarthur.
And Cameron Cook is right to be furious. Macarthur have scored with their first shot on target, and Lockie Rose scores his first goal in the Isuzu UTE League men's since the 11th of November. Drought broken. They have attacking weapons such as Jacob Douse, the winger, Luka Ivanovic, the striker, Adam Zimmerino, the young attacking midfielder, up their sleeve for the second half. Not a huge number of goals. Douse, in fact, has never scored in the A-League. Neither has Zimmerino, in spite of getting very close on a couple of occasions. And Ivanovic's record in terms of his strike rate leaves a lot to be desired. Never mind the fact that he's 9 without a goal for Perth, his new club. And they're going to have to find one from somewhere if they want to avoid defeat, because as the halftime whistle goes, Macarthur, with their only shot on the target, have the only goal of the game. Lockie Rose with a drought breaker, means the visiting team, who have never lost to the Glory, and I know we've said that stat quite a few times tonight, but it continues to hold true through 45 minutes of this one. And it means a big team talk is coming up at half-time for Ruben Zankovic. The return to Macedonia Park not going as Perth Glory would have hoped, at least through 45 minutes of this one, because it is Perth Glory 0, Macarthur 1. One forced change due to injury in the first half as the second half gets underway. Perth Glory losing Aaron McInnes and replacing him with this man on the ball, Luke Bodnar. Macarthur yet to turn to their bench. Jonathan Aspopotamidis is carrying a yellow card. Other than that, it's as you were. And Phil Moss, we're expecting a real response here after Ruben Zatkovic's halftime team talk to the Glory.
Well, yes, we certainly are, aren't we? Teo, they had plenty of possession in the first half, Perth. They had a few chances. It's Macarthur who troubled the scorers. I think that longest losing streak away from home from Macarthur, lost 5 of their last 5 away from Campbelltown. Flies in the face of this undefeated record they've got against Perth Glory, so that certainly plays in their favour tonight, Macarthur.
Perth knocking the ball around. Mustafa Amini. To the right flank where Trent Osler, who was their live wire in the first half, gets a feel for the ball again. If anything, attacking the left of screen is where we've seen players slip a little bit more than the right. So perhaps some players may have changed the boots at halftime or just made a mental adjustment for what to expect. Here's Keegan Jelicic. And Skotadis with a slight challenge. And one thing we certainly observed in the first half is that this referee on debut, Daniel Cook, is very much on the lenient side.
Very much so, but he's got to pull fouls like that up, because if he doesn't, the game will get out of hand very quickly. He's got to assert his authority on the game. It's good to keep it flowing. But when there's a foul like that, there's a foul like that, and you've got to blow your whistle.
Glory have left their numbers forward. Bodnar. Now Jelicic. Clisby. Legged, free kick. And those centre-backs will stay forward here for this one.
Kieran Bacchus probably treading a fine line after that foul that we saw in the corner as well not long ago.
Oh, rather than drop it on the head of Beavers or Latchman, Glory have taken it quickly. Crunching from Miller. And after he protested his innocence in the first half, he's going to get booked himself here in the second. It's the second yellow card of the game. He joins Jonathan Aspopotamidis on a ticket.
Well, I'm not sure what the argument is for Matty Miller on that occasion. I don't think he gave the referee any choice.
I mean, the ball's long gone, isn't it?
The only thing he's studs connected with was the ankle.
So another dead ball. This time it's Jelicic trying to measure it out, but he picks out a defender instead. No prospect of a counter. Perth retain the ball. All Glory for the first 10 minutes. And they're starting to get closer to an equaliser. Jelicic drops the shoulder on Miller. Still Jelicic, the cut across, and it's headed behind by Uskok.
Good defending from Uskok. He had to be so sure about that header. The ball had wicked pace on it from Jelicic. Great to see him drop the shoulder on Miller as well and really take him on. He gets the space to deliver. Uskok, excellent defending.
It's two examples of players on a card having an opponent run at them with impunity. Cries for a long shot. Muir, he's never scored in the A-League men's, and he dropped that one over the bar. Philip Curto absolutely clattered himself against the frame of the goal.
Well, off the boot, you just wondered whether it was a shot or a cross. It ended up causing some real concern for Curto and maybe an injury now. I still think he was trying to dink that to the far post for those Perth Glory runners. There was plenty of them. But the trajectory in the end took it just over the crossbar. Curto really had to put his body on the line, didn't he?
15th game tonight for the 21-year-old Muir. Had never scored a goal. And Curto there wasn't to know. Backup goalkeeper is Nick Schumann, who's got plenty of experience. I've seen him as part of Macarthur's Australia Cup run playing between the sticks. So they've got a very capable deputy if they want to bring him on. See Ryan Williams is pushed out to a wider position on the right in midfield as well. Here he is. To link up with the Meany, but they can't advance the ball. Back to Osler.
The question is, does Macarthur react to that tactical change from Ruben Zadkovic? They came here with a back five to match the Perth Glory system.
Shouts for handball not heated. Glory keep possession. Switch over to Dowse. We know he's got a bit of a wand, that left peg, and he's going to put it to use right here. What a ball in! And there's no goal-bound touch. Well, that's a sub that can make an impact, but none of the Glory forwards could capitalise.
What a fantastic delivery that is. And it's Adam Taggart, exactly the man that you'd want attacking a delicious cross like that. In the end, Philip Curto, I think, does enough to put Taggart off. I just wonder, I know it's putting your body on the line, but you wonder whether Taggart would have been better attacking that with his head.
And Macarthur will take their time over the throw here. They've made just the two subs, Macarthur. They've still got the likes of Moody Najjar, Craig Noon, Charles Mombois and Jed Drew to choose from as their subs. Romero is going to make life just a little bit awkward. Oh, he's gone to ground. It was wrong of me to suggest that it was the left side of your screens that were the slipperier ones, because Romero went tumbling. And now Perth are going to look to stretch the field. Ryan Williams, the perfect player to do that. Sweeps onto a first-time cross. Dowse! Taggart's there! Taggart scores! Adam Taggart with the equaliser for the Perth Glory!
Well, it is absolutely no surprise that it's Ryan Williams and Adam Taggart combining to get Perth Glory back into this game. What a delightful cross to the far post on the Harvey Norman replay as Williams is released down that right-hand side. That's the bravery I'm talking about, Teo. Absolutely superb from Adam Taggart on that far post, putting his body on the line and powering his header into the back of the Macarthur net.
Third of the season for Taggart. First since the 21st of January. And he got to the ball before McGing, before Curto. And it's the equaliser that Perth have been hoping for. And now they have all to play for. Osler, underhit clearance. Noon, dispossessed. Latchman, the centre-back, marauding down the right. Here's Williams. Oh, you heard the cry of anguish as he was cleaned up by Bacchus. Free kick. No card, just a foul. And let's take another look at how he was clattered here.
Oh, that can be painful too. It was just on the inside of the left knee. Thankfully he's up and walking about.
Glory trying to turn around this 1-0 deficit. Dowse bends it in. They've done it through Beavers. He loves Macedonia Park, does Mark Beavers. It's his second goal of the season. And Perth Glory, in the blink of an eye, have come from 1-0 down to lead.
Well, he loves Macedonia Park. I reckon he loves Jacob Dowse just as much, and his left foot, because that is wicked delivery into an area that is absolutely perfect for that man, Mark Beavers. What a great finish, what a great ball in. Look at the tail on that. Beavers is up between two big defenders in Aspropotomides and Jake McGing, but they're not going to stop him. That is a wonderfully guided header on the Harvey Norman replay. Great delivery, great run, great timing, and a great guided header to give Perth Glory the lead coming from behind.
Well, he's such an attacking weapon, Mark Beavers. He hadn't scored since 2021. Now he's got a couple in the space of 3 games. Perth won a third. Ryan Williams skipping away from the midfield. Tried to turn it back on the reverse, but it was blocked away. Sprayed out to the left. Dowse. Miller's on a yellow card, don't forget. As Douse tries to razzle and dazzle, and he hits his cross long. It's been retrieved by Ford. Perth stay on the attack. Joseph Ford doubles back. Amini. Ford, a low cross, cleared emphatically.
Well, some wonderful work from Ryan Williams again, driving at that Macarthur defence, trying to pick out his strike partner in Adam Taggart. And then the ball falls on the left-hand side for Jacob Douse, and he delivers a wonderful cross again. He really does have a wand of a left foot.
Ford's throw. Taggart freeing the feet. Now Zimmerino. Zimmerino! And he hits the stanchion. He still hasn't scored his maiden A-League goal yet, Adam Zimmerino, but not for a lack of trying.
No, some spectacular stuff there. Zimmerino fashioned his own space to get that shot away. The crowd behind the goal loved it.
And now a hopeful long ball is intercepted. Jones got it on to Bacchus. Now Voyitza. What has Macarthur got in their locker? Jed Drew. He lifts the ball high. Brought down cleverly by Miller. And now the cut back to Noon. It's deflected over. Gee, decent chance for Craig Noon, but it was body on the line stuff from Luke Bodnar, and he steered it high and out for a corner kick.
Well, they're the sort of challenges that win and lose your games. From Luke Bodnar, look at this, throwing his body on the line, and that deflection was absolutely crucial in making sure that shot did not end up in the back of the net from Craig Noon.
Macarthur, corner kick. No time wasted. High to the far post. Uscock's up. And it's wide. And the chance goes begging for Macarthur. He got first header at the corner, but not on the target.
Well, that will be a huge relief to Perth Glory as we see that delivery come into that far post. Uscock got up well. Couldn't direct the header on target.
Deep breath from Cameron Cook. He'll launch it high and long and hope to hear the full-time whistle as he does. And he does! Macedonia Park is a winner for Perth Glory one last time. And their finals hopes receive a boost with 5 inspired second half minutes in which they came from behind and were able to grab all 3 points. It really wasn't their night until they grabbed the equaliser. And then they were good enough to go on and win it and close it out. Ryan Williams, his assist to Adam Taggart was the catalyst. And then Mark Beavers rose highest for just his second Glory goal. But it's one that grabs all 3 points for the home team. And it puts them right back in the conversation for the top 6. Macarthur, by no means mathematically eliminated, but the equation just gets that little bit harder for them. And exhausted players at full time reflect on a game that ended. Perth Glory 2, Macarthur 1.